Hey guys, and welcome back to today's NBA Play of the Day. If you're looking to get more pick video content in the future, you can click that subscribe button. Also, head on over to our channel to get today's MLB Play of the Day video as well. You can also head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, which I will throw a link to down in the video description. And over there, you can access our daily free plays as well as all of our top confidence bets across all major American sports. And in season right now, we have the MLB, NBA, as well as the NHL. So if you're looking to get that content, again, you can head on over to our main website, stumpthespread.com. So heading into today's NBA Play of the Day, going to be talking about an Eastern Conference matchup here between the Toronto Raptors and the Detroit Pistons. The Toronto Raptors are sitting pretty comfortable right now in terms of their placing in the Eastern Conference playoffs. On the year, the Raptors standing 47-31 overall, and they are not quite as solid on the road, 20-18 away from home. Toronto, in their last outing, didn't look so great on the offensive end as they went on to lose to the Indiana Pacers by a final of 90-108. And Toronto had just recently beaten the Pacers at home by a final of 111-100, so not the greatest result there for the Raptors. Toronto's been playing without Kyle Lowry for an extended period of time, but during the past couple of weeks, Toronto's actually done quite a bit of winning. They have lost 2 of their last 4 games, but prior to this recent 4-game stretch, the Toronto Raptors had been on a 6-game winning streak. So certainly a team that's at least shown that they can play well without one of their best players. If and when Lowry comes back, it'll be interesting to see how he gets his feet under him and how he's able to affect things on both ends of the court. Toronto has been gelling pretty well without Lowry in the lineup, and getting their star point guard back in there might not necessarily have an immediate positive effect. It'll just be interesting to see how that plays out. Toronto, unfortunately for them, they are going back-to-back with both games on the road, and with the first leg of this back-to-back being a 18-point loss to the Pacers, not a lot of confidence for the Toronto Raptors heading into this one. Toronto, they're pretty secure right now in their positioning for the postseason, and grinding out really hard down the stretch might not necessarily be the best idea for this group, and maybe that's part of the reason why we saw them lose by such a significant margin in their last outing. Now they're heading into this one against the Detroit Pistons, and the Pistons are having themselves a very disappointing campaign. This is a group that went to the postseason last year, and many thought that this group would be significantly better than last year's team. But even though Detroit might be quite a bit more talented this year than they were a season ago, what they are lacking is that on-court leadership. They no longer have guys like Caron Butler, Anthony Tolliver, those veterans that can really step up and be that leadership presence. You get a little bit of that from Marcus Morris, but outside of that, there's not really guys on this team that can take on that veteran leadership role, and that's really had a negative effect on the Pistons. Detroit has solid head coaching with Stan Van Gundy as well as his assistants, but you really need that on-court leadership to take your team to the next level, especially when you're such a young group like the Pistons still are, with a lot of young talent like Caldwell Pope, Drummond, Stanley Johnson, Tobias Harris, among others. Detroit has been quite a bit better on their home court this year. They are 35-42 overall, and they are 24-15 at home. The Detroit Pistons, they've said that they're not going to be tanking, at least not until they're completely eliminated from postseason play. So we do expect the Pistons to give a full effort again today. In their last outing, Detroit actually looked pretty solid in their overtime loss against one of the hottest teams in the Eastern Conference, losing to the Milwaukee Bucks by a final of 105-108, and that's really a game that the Pistons should have been able to win. From about the end of the first quarter through about halfway through the fourth quarter, the Pistons were just playing some of their best ball that we've seen out of them in months in their outing against the Milwaukee Bucks, and if they'd played that kind of ball consistently over the past month, this would be a team that would be safely in the playoffs right now. But unfortunately for Detroit, those kind of results just have been few and far between for them. The Pistons are still going to be trying, though, here, and they've had quite a bit more rest coming into this matchup than the Toronto Raptors, which will also play into their hand. And we also have to consider the fact that the Pistons are going to be moving out of the Palace Auburn of Hills pretty soon. And there's a lot of fans that'll show up just for nostalgia's sake for the Palace. Detroit's won 3 championships in that building. And with the team moving to downtown Detroit, they really want to close out on a good note in the Palace to really send it out with some wins. So that's another factor to keep in mind here for the Pistons. So heading into this matchup, Again, Toronto going on that back-to-back road situation while the Pistons have had some rest in between their solid performance on the road against the Bucks in their last outing and this game. So we are going to go ahead and side with the Detroit Pistons right now, giving about 1.5 points. We can see that this spread has shifted from Toronto being 2-point favorites to Detroit being about a 1.5-point favorite. And I believe a lot of that has to do with the fact with how Toronto looked last night in Indiana, and also the fact that they're going on the second leg of a back-to-back. So again, we're going to side with Detroit in this one, even with the spread shifting to win and cover the spread as the better bet here. Again, guys, if you want more pick content, you can head over to our main website, stumpthespread.com, to get our daily free plays, as well as all of our top confidence premium plays across the NBA, MLB, and NHL. And also click that subscribe button for more of these pick videos, and head on over to our channel to get our daily MLB play of the day video as well. So thanks for stopping on in, and we'll see you in future videos. Bye.